Well, Pravin, thank you very much for sitting down and talking to me.
My pleasure.
So maybe to start off by just introducing yourself and your organization.
So I'm Pravin Tiwari, Executive Vice President and Business Head for FPT Corporation. I'm based out of US, but my responsibility is North America new sales. I look after healthcare practice. I also helping organization build Africa market. I started India operation, and now we are focusing on India GCC centers as well.
Right. Okay.
So I carry multiple hats.
Big responsibilities. So obviously in working with us, in particular, it's focused on the healthcare market in the US. When we first spoke, if you remember that, all the way back to that point, what attracted you to working with Connex in the first place?
Provider space, we were just thinking of getting into. We didn't know how to break into that space, how to build our credibility. We were very strong in the medtech, pharma, life sciences, but provider is new area for us.
Yep.
We are very strong in Asia Pac, in Japan, but not in US. So it came as a support for us to this could be a best way to start somewhere in the provider space.
Yeah.
So that interested me a lot to get into that.
And the provider space, as you know, is not an easy space to navigate.
Yes.
One of the things, of course, we do at the very beginning is and you have a few different solutions for providers. Can you talk a little bit about the onboarding process, the messaging process, how we sort of helped you think about that value proposition and learn about the value proposition?
Yeah, so how you connected, right?
Yeah.
I think your process is very clear. You went through the solution that we demonstrated or presented to you, then you played it back to us, you captured it, played it back to us. So it gives an assurance that, at least you understood what we are trying to talk. And if there is a mistake, we correct it at that point of time. So that is very important. And of course, you went through 3 of our solutions. Then you meet with the provider people, and then you understand what they are looking for, where their challenges are. And you're able to transmit the solution correctly, bring those kind of leads to us, say that, hey, this customer is going through these challenges. They saw your solution is interested. So those things really help, at least in the conversation with the client.
Yeah. You sort of referenced, I think, a little bit the opportunity reports, which is what we provide to you before you meet with someone. Quite a lot of information inside of those.
Yeah.
How have you found those to be useful?
Yes, it gives us a primary, because before getting into the conversation, I know what he or she has a challenge with, what they are looking for. So that helps, because it really gives a good kickstart. And when the time is short, that helps, because then you can straight jump into the problem area, the solutions, and explaining things in a short time. So that really helps a lot.
I know one of the challenges we've had is converting good conversations, first conversations, but sometimes into second conversations. I know we've talked a few times about how we can do better with that, right? Coaching and just thinking about the sales process and the realities of a lot of the people. Maybe talk a little bit about how that's been for you.
I think from your side, the coaching is good. One of the things, what we are seeing, follow through, even though the client do agree, saying that we'll meet, looks interesting. We are not seeing that follow up easily, but especially when it is a virtual environment. I think some of the people that I met in your last conference in Louisville, Kentucky, I think this success of follow-up was much better than virtual. That's one. Even today when I met a couple of folks as of now, and I'm seeing interest is there, follow-up. They themselves said, hey, let's meet up on a week's time or 2 weeks' time. Before even I could ask, saying that, what is the next step? Do I come, do present? No. Before even I went there, they said, I think you need to come and do a presentation. One of the gentlemen, and I said, oh, okay. He himself is initiating that, which is helpful. So I think face-to-face, I'm seeing more success. Yeah, your coaching is very good, because you spend time with us saying that, and you hear our recording and says, this is where you made a mistake. You should improve. So I have ensured that I take those feedbacks and apply in my next meeting. One of the virtual meeting, obviously I don't know if I need to name, but Norton Health, Kim. That is one going very. We have already moved into like 4 meetings now.
Yeah.
So it looks very promising so far.
Yeah.
We need to still wait and see.
And that's a big organization. So
Big organization.
So it would be great to
Correct.
get that.
Correct.
CONNEXION, which is obviously where we're talking. You came to the last one, came to this one. What's your experience being here?
Diverse people. Yeah. Yesterday I connected with a couple of folks. Very interesting. Finesse, Michelle, Jeremy. I met with Manish and different sets of people, different ideas, different thought process. Very thought-provoking beyond the subject. Like even though we are here for a conference, but the discussion, meeting different types of people is helping me because. In fact, I asked you a couple of questions. Like, do you know anybody in this space in Chicago? Similarly, when I met one of the gentlemen, and I said, if this guy was in my team, I would have done things very differently. Mm-hmm. So those things interest, just beyond the subject.
Yeah.
You meet people, personality, learn about things. I'm always proponent of this.
Yeah, no, I know you find face to face. I think we would
I love
agree.
that. Yes,
it's a better medium, of course, in the modern world. Efficiency and Zoom could be a very useful tool. What advice would you have for others who may be considering working with us to make this a successful relationship?
I think if there is one of the things, if they have a focused solution, generic won't work with you because if there is a focused solution addressing a specific issue, I think through Connex partner, at least it will reach the right audience.
Yeah,
that's the best thing that we saw from you. Whether they buy it or not is a different story, but at least it is reaching the right audience.
Yeah.
So that is biggest help that I see from Connex, and the way you coach and give the information prior to connecting with the people.
Yeah,
that is very helpful. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, look, Pravin, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. Thank you.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for inviting for this.
Thank you.